Hey there guys, it's me again, and on this episode of Cardiff Insiders I'm going to be talking to you about student media. So I thought I'd try to do something a little bit different for this episode. In student media there's four sections. There's Gair Rhydd, which is the student newspaper, there's Quench, which is the magazine, there's Xpress, which is the radio station, and Cardiff Union TV, which is the TV station. Now I'm going to try to explain all of them to you in less than 60 seconds. Well, not all of them in less than 60 seconds. I'm going to explain each one in less than 60 seconds. And let's go. So the Gair Rhydd is the student-run newspaper. It's Welsh for free word, and I'm pretty sure you pronounce it as Gair Rhydd. It holds university and students' union to account. So a recent front page that they did, well, they did it last year. It revealed that Cardiff University had invested 2.5 million into basically non-renewable energy. So that's the kind of thing they do. They kind of pour scrutiny on university and students' union practices. They've been established since 1972. The first paid editor, according to Wikipedia, was Marion Jones, who's now on the BBC's Newsnight. So if you fancy yourself as a reporter, or well, even if you don't fancy yourself as a reporter, even if you just want to write a bit and get involved in the process, then Gair Rhydd is a really good place to start. They're a group of really friendly people, and get involved. So now Quench, let's do this. So Quench was established in 2003, and basically it's just a publication to Gair Rhydd. They cover everything student related. So well, they cover, what don't they cover? They cover TV, food, video games, they run loads and loads of features, they do fashion, they do music. I managed to dig out this copy from March 2014. So in here they interviewed in 1975, they talk about romance on Tinder, if that's a thing. They talk about, is Instagramming your food dumb? It's just your classic student media magazine, and it's really good. I pick one up every single month, and I genuinely, it's very rare that I look inside and I can't find an article that interests me. If you want to get involved, it's easy. Go along to one of their editorial meetings on Mondays. No, they're not on Mondays, that's Gair Rhydd. Go to one of their editorial meetings. And my time's up. Go along to one of their editorial meetings and ask to get involved, and again they're a really good group of people, so do it. So now let's do CUTV. CUTV obviously stands for Cardiff Union TV. They've got several sections, so music, news and sports, and these are kind of regular shows which they produce on a regular basis, and as well as that they produce several standalone shows. So for example, they do a lot of varsity coverage, they do a lot of freshers coverage, they do CSM Live, and even if you don't want to get into the media, even if you study, you know, physics or something traditionally non-media related, it's really good fun. And if you really don't know your way around the camera, it's really useful just to get some experience with some equipment and get an idea about what television production is really like. And it's another great thing for your CV as well, just to say that you've got involved in it, and you've made a difference at your university TV station. And it's great as well. There's loads of socials. You've got the National Student Television Awards, etc. Time's up. Finally, Xpress Radio. So Xpress Radio is the, if you haven't guessed it, is the students' radio station. They broadcast 7 days a week from 6:30 to 1 o'clock in the morning. Don't quote me on that. But around those times there's regular shows such as the debate show and the breakfast shows, and then there are more standalone shows, like I present something called Tea Stop Tuesdays on Tuesdays from 10 to 11. That's a shameless plug, but it's really good. Again, like CUTV, even if you don't have any interest in going into the media at all, just doing it is so much fun. Just to play with the soundboards and to play with the software Myriad. I've met two really good friends through Xpress and loads more. There's, again, like CCTV, loads of socials, and I would definitely recommend to get involved. Wow, so that was harder than expected. I hope, although it was a bit rushed, the main points came across. Get involved, it's such a great experience, not just practically, but socially as well. I've met so many good friends through student media. Last year I was really heavily involved in Cardiff Union TV. This year I'm more on the Xpress side. But both have provided me with really good experiences. And if you do want to get involved, just get in touch with the really friendly managers. So the head of Xpress Radio is Bethan Lyons, the head of CCTV is Will Francis, the editor of Gair Rhydd is Michael O'Connell Davidson, and the editor of Quench is Sumsy Tam. And they're all really friendly people, so if you just drop them a line on Facebook, Twitter, I'm sure they'll be more than willing to answer any queries or questions that you might have. And finally, again, I'd just like to stress, even if you don't want to go into the media, or if you don't know anything, get involved. Student media is all about participation. No one's going to judge you for not having many skills at the moment. I don't think anybody has many skills when they start student media for the first time. If it just interests you that tiny little bit, go along, check it out, and see what happens. You might, if I know student media participators, you'll go along and then you'll end up staying for the rest of your university career. So that's it. As usual, if you've got any questions, queries, comments, whatever, throw them at me on Twitter or Instagram. I'm at Toby_Motts. See you next time, guys.